And welcome to the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. It's School Community Day, and we've had some sprinkles, some showers a little earlier, but things are clearing up nicely right now. I'm Dave Wills, and along with me is Joan Pitzer, and we hope to bring you dry coverage, let's say, of the School Community Day Parade. Joan, who is our queen this year?
This year, Dave, our queen is Angelina Maria DeWitt. She's the daughter of Greg and Debbie DeWitt of Pisgah and the sister of Derek DeWitt. She's the granddaughter of Marvin and the late Sue Ware, formerly of Kingwood, and Frank and the late Angelina Marie DeWitt of Morgantown, and Sharon DeWitt, also of Morgantown. Angie attends the Pisgah United Methodist Church. She's a dedicated participant in her youth group, 1013. She's also the secretary of the Preston High School chapter of the National Honor Society, Knights Key Club, and Knights of the Round Table. And she dedicates herself to her schoolwork as evidenced by her being named to the Principal's Honor Roll and the appearance of her name on the Fairmont State University Dean's List. After graduation, Angie plans to attend Fairmont State University, and she plans on majoring in law or psychology. Though New York City is one of her favorite places on earth, when Angie was little, she spotted a plot of land down the road from her parents' house and decided she wanted to build a big brick house with a view that goes for miles. She still plans on living right there in the heart of her home community, Pisgah.
And we'll see a Queen Series, Angelina DeWitt, coming up shortly. King Buckwheat this year is Hadley Wilson. Tell us a little bit about Hadley, Joan.
Dave, Hadley is the son of Chip and Stephanie Wilson of Brewston Mills. Hadley has a deep love for history, and he was awarded the West Virginia Golden Horseshoe Award in 2008. He's an active member of 4-H, FFA, and the Preston County Livestock Association. He has served as treasurer of the Lennox Loyal Workers 4-H Club for many years and has attended numerous 4-H camps, including West Virginia State camps at Jackson's Mill. Hadley's very involved in the Preston High FFA chapter, where he has served as treasurer for the past 2 years and now serves as president of the chapter. Hadley's exhibited products at the chapter's ham, bacon, and egg show and has competed in extemporaneous speaking contests. He's also been awarded the Green Hand, chapter, and state FFA degrees and plans to receive his American Farmer's degree in a few years.
And the junior ROTC serving as the color guard today, and they look absolutely great, don't you think? We'd like to thank Preston Memorial Hospital in particular, our key sponsor for the coverage of the School Community Day Parade and also the Farmers Day Parade tomorrow, Saturday, here at the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. Along with Preston Memorial, several other fine sponsors. We'll tell you about those as the parade goes on. Who are our maids of honor this year, Joan?
Our first maid of honor is Whitney Samara Workman. Whitney is the daughter of Bruce and Sue Workman of Reedsville and the granddaughter of Ed and Jean Turnley of Reedsville and Charles and Kay Workman of Arthurdale. She has 2 younger sisters, Caitlin Workman and Bethany Workman, who passed away in 1998. She's president of the National Honor Society and Service Club. She's also a member of the PHS Marching Band, girls varsity soccer, basketball, cross country, and track teams. She received NCAC recognition and won a state championship with her track team in the spring of 2011. And after graduation, Whitney plans to attend college in pursuit of a medical degree.
And, of course, our law enforcement here in the county well represented in the School Community Day Parade. We saw the Kingwood Police, the Sheriff's Department. We've got state police on the way and some new vehicles here, the ATVs, which will allow law enforcement to get into tight areas to help as situations go in law enforcement.
Our second maid of honor, Dave, this year is Kimberlyn Renee Ramsey. She is the daughter of Bill and Cheryl Ramsey of Brewston Mills, the granddaughter of Harold and Pat Lepro of Greensburg, Pennsylvania, and of Nora Ramsey and the late Dale Ramsey of Mount Nebo, West Virginia. She has 1 older sister, Katie. She's a senior at Preston High, a member of National Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, Marching Knights Band, and the Brewston Boosters 4-H Club. She also represented West Virginia at the National Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C. last spring, and after graduation, she plans to attend WVU and major in journalism and continue on to law school, or pursue a career in biometric engineering.
And here we have the big Tower 5, the new truck that Kingwood Volunteer Fire Department got recently. This thing is huge.
And very shiny.
Yes, it is. Mountaineer Challenge Academy. They are an incredible group. They take on youth who...
Youth at risk of dropping out of high school.
Exactly. My tongue got in the way of my eye teeth. I couldn't see what I was saying.
I spent many years there. I was a former employee, and it is an excellent program.
And I'll tell you, you'll see these Challenge Academy kids in the Buckwheat room, fixing and serving and so forth. They are incredibly polite. They're great kids. This is an incredible service that the National Guard provides for at-youth youngsters.
Changes many lives.
And they're very loud. And coming up, we have General Chairman Leanne Walker and her husband, Joe. And Assistant Chairman, Angela Marara. Everybody's got their convertibles out and shined up for today, hoping that the rain will hold off till after the parade. As we all do.
I see the sun shining through.
And here comes the Preston County Unified Middle School Band.
You think about it, David, it's pretty incredible that you can bring all these kids together, this one time of year from all these middle schools to perform like this.
Yeah. Several years ago, the Unified Middle School Band was formed. It got to the point where there weren't enough kids in each middle school to bring a band of their own through. And they decided to put them all together, and it does help create some unity in the county.
They do a good job.
Coming up in the Mustang. There's Angie Varner. She's the Assistant School Day Chairman. Rosemary Hauser is the honorary parade marshal. She's riding in that looks like about a 63 Chevy convertible. And you saw behind Rosemary Hauser the Suncrest Middle School Band. Hopefully they'll get up close to our microphones here shortly so we can hear them.
Just wonder if those girls are a little chilly.
Yeah. I can remember marching in the Buckwheat Festival when it was 70 degrees, and a week later marching in the Forest Festival when it was 30 degrees.
That may be reversed this year.
That could very well be. And it's a good thing that youngsters are resilient because it is cold out there.
That wind. The clouds are floating over, but we are seeing peaks of sunshine. We just hope that we can get this parade in before the rain starts. There's the Colonel, coronation official Bill Lindley. Hi, Bill. Bill and his wife Mildred riding in a, is that a Firebird or a, I can't tell.
yeah.
I'm not very good at my cars.
Actually, it's a Trans Am. I'm sorry.
Looks like a Mustang here.
It's a Mustang with our
Teacher of
Teacher
the
of
Year.
the Year, Sally Boone, that you just saw a few moments ago. Superintendent of Preston County Schools, Dr. Larry Parsons. And I know that the Levy Bond Committee has set up a tent down near the community building this weekend to show some architectural drawings of the proposed new schools
Oh, very nice.
for Preston County. The Assistant Superintendent of Schools.
And that looks like an older model car. Who we got coming
That's
here,
another
Dave?
63 or so Chevy Impala. Here's the Harmon Band, and they are playing the theme from Star Wars. The Harmon Band, School Community Day at the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. And behind the Harmon Band, we've got Queen Series, Angelina DeWitt.
Angelina's favorite time is snow, winter. She loves the snow and she loves winter. Though she likes
loves
summertime.
Preston County.
She does. That she does.
Let's hope we don't get any snow this weekend, although it's temperatures are going to get down into the 30s here tonight. The high temperature they're expecting for the Farmers' Day parade tomorrow is maybe 43, 44 degrees.
Well, it is Buckwheat Festival.
Yes, it is. Better wear our long johns tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, baby Angelina's loving this. If she likes winter, she's ready for it.
Senior Princesses coming up here in just a moment. You can see them right behind the Queen's float.
Our senior princesses this year, we have Sarah Wiles, daughter of Monty and Lisa Wiles from Kingwood, Cassie Nicole Liston, daughter of Rodney and Tammy Liston from Reedsville. We have Kirsten Chantel White, the daughter of Dolph White and Dawn Schmidl, also of Kingwood. We have Kylene Elizabeth Daly Record. She's the daughter of Lisa Daly Record and Greg Record from Kingwood. We also have Logan Brianna Jones, daughter of Brian and Robin, Elena Goodwin, Katie Elaine Goodwin, and Renee Elizabeth Kuhn, daughter of Darla Kuhn from Albright.
Junior Princesses this year, the 70th annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival, and I know they are excited. Chilly, too.
Yes. We have Jonna Rose Galuski, Katara Marie Golf, Ashley Ann Lenhart, Hannah Dean Lockery, Savannah Dawn Roberts, Sarah Elizabeth Savage, Lindsay Sheffel, Logan Renee Say, Kelly Lynn Shiflett, Emily Waldeck, Allison Wiles, and Brooke Watring for our junior princesses.
And the children's court.
Children's court.
They're excited even though they're cold. And of course, King Buckwheat, Hadley Wilson.
Our Queen's train bearers this year is Hannah Regina Kramer, Trinity Nicole Sines, and bearing the Queen's crown is Gavin Nick. We also have Hannah Ray Bram, Kaylee Renee Fisher, Heather Lee Hayes, Delaney Rain Myers, Madison Marie Nine, and Paige Nicole Ross. The King's train bearers is Remington Alexander Helmick and John Michael Reese Jr., and the King's crown bearers Nicholas Paul Ranieri. Also, we have Delaney Parker, Leah Rivera, Lydia Jane Schmidl, Alexis Stebeck, Kendall Stiles, and Emily West.
Let's give a listen to the South Middle School Band. We can hear their cadence anyway. I can hear their cadence coming clear down Price Street.
Absolutely. Nice sized band. Our first runner-up to the King, Dylan James Bowers, and the second runner-up to the King is Nash Hunter Thomas.
We've got Snyder Motor and Towing coming up. They're on Route 7 west of Kingwood, 24/7 towing, recovery, and lockout service, along with automotive repair. I know I've kept them in business for many years.
Oh, and have I.
Oh my gosh, they do air conditioning repair, they do oil changes, they replaced an engine in one of my vehicles at one time. So
they do a good job.
Just about anything you need done, they can handle it. We've got the hospice care float, hospice care in the Arthurdale Inn in Arthurdale. They're a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving the seriously ill and their families, and they do a wonderful job. I know they helped out considerably when my father passed away.
They helped me out tremendously as well.
Yes. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for the School Community Day for the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. We'll be back after this break. The 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival School Community Day Parade. Clear Mountain Bank is wagging their way through the Buckwheat Parade. They've been serving Preston County since 1891. And they're a sponsor of Frank Addington Jr. this year, who's appearing at the Buckwheat Festival. He's the aspirin buster.
Oh.
How does he bust an aspirin? With a bow and arrow. That's absolutely
Professional
incredible.
archer.
Yes.
You know, folks can see Frank's shows Thursday through Saturday at Kingwood Elementary School, courtesy of Clear Mountain Bank.
Yep. Here comes Toe Mater. Toe Mater has an addition this year. Lightning McQueen.
That looks like a friendly truck. Big smile on the face.
That's what I want coming after me when I break down. Sorry, Doug. Larry Funk is the one who has put together Toe Mater and Lightning McQueen. I know he has a lot of fun doing these things. Heartland of Preston County coming up next. Their float. They're a 120-bed skilled nursing and rehabilitation center. On Miller Road in Kingwood. If you're familiar with Kingwood, you have to go past the Dairy Queen to get to Heartland. The float features a miniature home as a reminder that the best way home is through our doors at Heartland. On to Uphold, Employee of the Year, Michelle Barnett riding a float today, and a couple of residents. Northern Garrett.
Northern Garrett High School Band.
Coming up, we see the West Banco float in the background there, actually in the foreground. Members of the class of 91, their 20th reunion, Central Preston and all of the other schools, Tunnelton, well no, Tunnelton was Central Preston, East Preston, West Preston, and so forth, riding the West Banco float this year.
You know, Dave, 91 doesn't sound like it should be 20 years ago.
Hey, I'm 81, so we're looking at 30 years this year.
Well, I'm not even going to tell you what I am.
I don't know who this guy is. The Oldies Channel, 107.7 WFSB. The 45th Buckwheat Festival we've covered.
Wow.
WFSB.
You might know a little bit about them, huh?
Just a little bit. Eric Burnham driving the float today with Dad Ed.
Oh, look here. Who we got here? This little guy.
We've got Whiskey Belts. They do a wonderful job of working on motorcycles, you may have guessed. Here comes Mountaineer Middle School. I've got to cheer for them because my niece is marching, and I've got to jump up and yell at her.
Just don't make it too loud, Dave.
Yes, ma'am. Mountaineer Middle School, the former Cheat Lake Middle School. They moved into the old University High School building. That was not my niece. Let's give a listen.
What instrument does she play?
Saxophone.
Okay. Got a good sound.
Yes, they do. Good size band. They look good in that turn. Microphone enough.
I take it you spotted her there.
Yes. And made her face nice and red and everything. Here we come with Paige Rhodes, Baby Miss West Virginia. Paige is 4 years old. She's the daughter of Drew and Stacy Rhodes of Matesville. She was named Baby Miss West Virginia 2011. She competed in 3 stages, streetwear, beauty, and swimwear. Received a prize package, about $2,000. Custom designed crown. It's a beautiful crown too, isn't it? We're going to take a break and thank our sponsors here for coverage of the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival Parades. We'll be back in just a moment.
At the plate now is Paige Rhodes, who is the daughter of Drew and Stacy Rhodes, and has been honored by the crown.
The Preston High School Spanish Club as we return to coverage of the School Community Day Parade. The Preston County Buckwheat Festival, the 70th Preston County Buckwheat Festival.
And it's another chilly one.
Mucho chilly, I think.
But we're not getting rained on. Mucho chilly. Oh,
Yes,
is that a little Spanish there for you?
That's very little Spanish. Joan, it's clouding up here just a little bit. We hope that this rain will hold off. We know we're going to get some, but
we're going to think positive. We're going to think positive.
Yes.
Looks like they very much get into the Spanish culture as well as the language.
Yes, indeed. I think the Spanish teacher at Preston High is Anna Casanova. She has done a wonderful job with the, as you mentioned, Joan, not only the language, I'm sure, but the culture here.
Absolutely.
Here's the float from the John Michael Moore Trauma Center. They help to provide community injury prevention and outreach. Not only that, but they work on ATV safety and they're out of Morgantown.
You know, David, this area, ATV safety is something very important. You see so many ATVs out there anymore.
And unfortunately, you hear about so many ATV accidents.
Yes.
There's the City of Kingwood float. Riding on the float, we have John Wyatt, Michael Ennis, Nicole Matthews, Amber Arnold, and Sarah Stone. I'm not sure which ones of those they are. We've got 4 names and 3 people.
Looks like we're missing someone.
Westwood Middle School Band coming up. Westwood Middle School, another of Morgantown middle schools. Here's the Chamber of Commerce float. It's Belinda Mathilde, Sheila Haney. Sheila's the executive director. Belinda is the administrative assistant. Also on the float today, I understand, is Tim Calvert, Kathy Plum, Kim Riley, Beth Stone, and board members Tom Smell, Dennis Capriati, and Carrie Nick. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for all they do. They do an absolutely wonderful job of helping to promote business here in Preston County. And pulling the float, Chamber member Brighton Heating and Cooling today. 25 years, I got 4 years on you there. And here's one of those other radio stations.
WBAQ.
A WBAQ boombox. The Kevin Connolly Morning Show. They call him Timmy. I'm playing nice. Tim Lockery. Tim Lockery actually started out here at WFSB.
Is that right?
Ago.
Okay.
Yep, he's a local boy. He enjoys making fun of me, so I can enjoy making fun of him. 102 WVAQ. Wind is just blowing my paperwork all over the place.
And it's just dropping that temperature, too.
Yes, it is. And Kingwood McDonald's is represented in the parade today. Ronald McDonald, along with some of his friends from the local McDonald's here in Kingwood.
Good. Are you guys cold? You seem as if you're frozen and you don't
Just
know
love
what to do
showing
with
those
yourself.
shots of my buddy Tim Lockery. Yeah.
How about this corner? Happy people? That was a very happy nod, sir. Thank you. Eh.
Here comes
Ooh,
Ronald
there's
McDonald.
bubbles. Nobody said there would be bubbles on the street.
Putting on his juggling show today.
Ronald's not too bad there. Whoops. Okay.
You jinxed him, John.
I did. I shouldn't have said anything.
Supplies, everybody supply.
You deserve a break today. I guess I'm showing my age.
I try not to go there.
And we have the Brewston Brandonville Volunteer Fire Department, home of the Good Neighbor Days each year. They do a really nice job at the Good Neighbor Days. Bethany Kale, Good Neighbor Days queen. Kaylin Fike is also on the float. She was the maid of honor. Michaela Balliard is a princess, and Kendall Thomas is a princess. Floats decorated in purple, metallic, gold, and white, featuring a fan-like design on the back.
Ronald McDonald and his friends are here from the Kingwood McDonald. The store is just down the street from this announcing stand on the same side of the street. Welcome, Ronald, to B&O.
It looks like the Philippi Middle School Band coming along there.
And I think they're going to play for us. You know, Joan, you've got to hand it to these youngsters. We've mentioned it before, but it is biting cold out here with this wind blowing.
Absolutely.
And I am starting to feel a few drips of rain here. Drizzle, let's say. Ventelos PCS Wireless of Kingwood on Price Street. They've been open in Kingwood since February of this year. Provide cellular phone service to Preston County, and Telos is the newest provider to the area, so it gives us some
Looks like they do
choices here.
in-home delivery as well.
Joan, it's been nice working with you so far this year. We've still got a lot of parade to go, and we're going to take a break and thank our sponsors for the School Day Parade, the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival.
Sounds good, Dave. Oh yeah, here it comes.
WKKW, hit, kick, and country, or at least that's what it was back when I worked there too many years ago to count. Big John from the Big John and Company Morning Show on 97.9 WKKW, another one of those radio stations.
Looks like the rain's moving in. But again, it is Buckwheat Festival time.
At the Valley District Fair, afloat there, Little Master Firefighter, Kayla Sisler, and Sydney Deal. You can read as well as I can. Probably better. And a familiar float, the Kingwood Rotary Club. It hasn't changed in many years, but it doesn't need to. The youngsters trying to stay, keep the drizzle off them with the umbrellas here. Women's Healthcare of Morgantown.
I see they provide doctor or midwife care in Morgantown and now in Kingwood.
And here we have the Casson Middle School Eagles. Preston County Youth Soccer Club. This is becoming such a big thing. It has been.
It has been, and I have a granddaughter that's on one of these in one of these vehicles. She played soccer a year or two ago and took time out, and now she's back into it and seems to really enjoy it.
I'll tell you, and this is really good for the youth in Preston County because it gives them something to do other than playing with their iPods and
gets them outside, exercise. It's a great program.
Yes, indeed.
You know, Dave, even with this weather, we've still got a great crowd.
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, it's just a light drizzle at this time, so hopefully it won't get any worse than that.
West Banco Wildcats.
Wildcats, yes. As I hear Mac McCrum, the parade announcer, the actual soccer club, I guess the organization itself started in the mid-90s. And as we said, it's just done an incredible job. And so many businesses in the area support this. We saw Snyder Motor, we saw Cranesville Stone there. It's just such a good program.
Kept up on the high school soccer team. They've got a soccer team, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How are they doing?
They've got a pretty good soccer team. They started out the season really, really well.
Well, and as these kids start at this age, you know, that's just going to get better and better. They're going to have a lot of years of experience by the time they get to high school.
Yes, indeed. And there are a lot of these clubs around the county, as you can see. They just keep coming and coming and coming. It's good to see that we have a lot of kids interested in the county, too.
Have you ever gone to watch the little ones play? It's pretty interesting.
It is. I mean, when I was young and we didn't have anything organized, but we played sandlot soccer, I guess you might say. But it was just like this little beehive of kids around a ball. They actually get into the planning and the strategy of soccer in these soccer clubs.
Right. I'm going to try to find my granddaughter on one of these. There's a lot of kids.
West Banco, Preston, Clearbank, Mountain Bank, Roseburg branch, Preston branch, Kingwood branch, Preston Memorial Hospital, MR Trophies, Millstone Creamery.
Of course, Preston Memorial Hospital is one of our big sponsors here of our television coverage of the 70th annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. We'd like to thank them so much. They do so much for the county. And
yes, they do.
I really, it's hard to talk to anybody in the county who hasn't been touched by Preston Memorial Hospital in one way or another.
You're absolutely right. Well, this parade makes you aware of just how many young people are in this soccer club.
It does. This is the 70th annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival, and of course the festival took a few years off around World War II, but it's just incredible that it keeps growing and growing year after year.
You know, I've been here 20 years, and the first year I came to the Buckwheat Festival and watched the parades, I was amazed. I was just totally amazed.
You know, it's unusual to see something, 3 parades for one thing in a festival is very unusual.
It's just so supported. People come from all over. People who grew up in Kingwood and moved away many years ago, they come back for this. It's a very special event.
And unfortunately, I had a very good friend who passed away this year who lived out of the county but never missed a Buckwheat Festival in his 62 years.
Wow.
And we have the Bridgeport Indians marching band. Now, these guys are big, they're loud, and I think we're going to hear from them here.
Oh, let's hope so.
Enjoy. I heard the whistle anyway. Here we go.
It's a big band.
It is. Fraley Motor Company. Family-owned business serving Preston County over 55 years. I've known Clarence Fraley a long time, and it's just incredible that a business can continue like that.
And they offer great service too. I bought my car from there, and they've treated me well. They do a good job.
Yes, they do. And of course, we would like to wish the Fraleys the best of luck in the future. Dave Fraley took over operations here a while back, but Clarence and Gene's still involved in it. 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival School Community Day Parade. I'm Dave Wills along with Joan Pitzer. We're glad to take 2. We're glad to be bringing you coverage this year. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to our coverage of the School Community Day Parade, the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival.
Like
Miss Fireworks, sponsored by the Terra Alta Civic Club. 23 active members in the Terra Alta Civic Club. Here's another one of those radio stations. Hi, Neil. It's Neil Waldeck, WKMM Radio here in Kingwood. 25 years they've been around. It's kind of hard to believe. They play country favorites and now carry the West Virginia Mountaineers. Ace Hardware of Kingwood and Fairmont, I believe, represented in our parade today.
We're glad to have Ace Hardware back in Kingwood.
Yes, we are. I for one.
I 5 for 2 for sure.
96.7 K-Country has been the #1 radio station in Preston County for the last 25 years. They play all of your country favorites. Now
Here's the Aurora PTO. Many special projects for our students. They've got their Spring Field Day, Santa's Secret Shop. They also raise funding to purchase needed items for the classroom.
Owner Bobby Murdoch has brought to us a new business, Ace Hardware. The new site is on Route 7 west of where you are now. Mr. Murdoch lives in Fairmont and has another store in Middleton Mall in Fairmont as well to service you all your hardware needs.
Preston Memorial Hospital, of course, we'd like to thank them for helping to bring this coverage of the School Community Day Parade, the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. Affordable health care needs close to home. Preston Memorial Hospital, my hospital. That's their slogan. It's not, I don't own the hospital.
Chris Kark, Employee of the Year.
Yep. Waynesburg Central High School Marching Band, the Waynesville Raiders. You know, one thing that surprises me, we've seen a lot of bands from the Morgantown area. This is actually WVU's homecoming weekend, and the WVU homecoming parade is this evening. And these schools have actually opted to come to the Buckwheat Festival rather than the WVU homecoming parade. I know scheduling conflicts happen like this, but it's a shame that
Right.
a choice like that has to be made.
What time is that game tomorrow?
The game is 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
I'm not sure. Let's see if they'll sound off for us. The Waynesville High School Raider Marching Band. Sounds like they've got a good drum line.
Yes, it does. I think they are going to play for us. Let's see.
Is this the Preston Orioles baseball team?
This is.
County champions for all 3 leagues: girls fast pitch, softball, and Little League baseball. Congratulations to the Preston Orioles. Baby Miss Valley District. Oh, isn't she a sweetheart?
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
They've got her bundled up. We've got Schaefer Ford Sales of Oakland, Maryland coming up with a full line of Ford vehicles. The Valley Cougar cheerleaders. Of course, when you've got sports teams, you have to have cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
The next young lady is Cindy Hines, who is the 2011 Miss Valley District Junior Supreme Queen. Her parents and custodians,
Is that the Brewston Youth League float?
2 years old.
And the cold obviously doesn't bother these youngsters. Uh-oh, taking a little hint from the University of Florida, prepare to be gator chomped. There are the Gators.
Oh, that's quite a vehicle they've got there.
They're the Cougar cheerleaders. These young ladies are coached by Brandy Chandler, Irene Durr, Misty Moore, Janine Sayers, Kim Henderson. Congratulations, Cougar cheerleaders.
And I'll tell you, the youngster sports has really grown in the county, the competition and so forth, what with the consolidation of the high schools.
I just love to see that many young people get involved.
Absolutely. These are the Valley Gator cheerleaders.
They're the champions for last year. Of course, they haven't played championship game yet. They're coached by Tom Chandler, Brian Fulton, Greg Burke, Chris Stover, Brent Carrier, Zach Carrier. Congratulations, Green Gator.
Oh, I remember having energy like that.
Yeah, I think it's been a while for me.
These young ladies are the current Gator cheerleaders. They're 7-time county cheer champs. They're coached by Jennifer Johnson, Amy Quinn Montgomery, Caitlin White, Vanessa DeBarty, Ashley DeBarty, Tammy Chintz, Kelly Tasker.
And here come the Panthers with Panther Pride from West Preston. They've got some sound too.
Yes, they do. It's like we've got a little competition going on here.
Friendly competition.
Absolutely.
They love their Panthers.
Of last year's Preston County champs. Coached by Gerald Newton, Travis White, Danny Stroud, Bill Montgomery. They're working to continue the championship this year. The next truck are the 2011 Panther cheerleading team. Coached by Terry Wilson, Kelly Blake, Michelle Mallory, Marcia Fitchell, and Melissa Carlson.
Here come the Red Falcons. I love hearing these youngsters cheer.
Lots of smiling, happy faces there.
Like I say, the chilly temperatures aren't bothering them too much right now. And I'll tell you, the cheerleading competitions with these youngsters is big too. I've put a lot of the music together that they cheer to, and I've gone to a few of the competitions. It's amazing what they do with these youngsters.
Cheerleading's become a sport all in itself.
It has. The Kingwood Stags. And I'm not sure if Scott Ford and Schaefer GMC have any trucks left on their lot. I think they've all been through the parade here.
Yeah, it looks like it. We've had quite a lineup here.
I know Scott Schaefer's a big supporter of youth sports here in the county. Coverage of the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival parades. A big part of it. Of course, Scott Ford Schaefer GMC has helped out with that. Preston Memorial Hospital helps us out every year, and it's just wonderful. We've gotten lots of calls and comments from people, older Prestonians who can't make it out to the parades anymore, and they just get such a thrill out of watching these parades on television. We'd like to thank them, Preston Memorial, for helping us out with this. And the Black Eagles from Terra Alta.
Representing the Terra Alta Youth Group, Black Eagle Football. Head coach is Ken Wild. Assistant is Ron Host, Jimmy Hayes, Sean Schaefer.
The Dolphins.
Gary Uphold and Chris Barlow.
I'll bet they wish they were in Miami right now.
Thank you.
No, they're from Terra Alta.
Probably where the first snows will fly.
Joan, you could have gone all day without
Oh,
saying
I am so
that.
sorry, Dave. The way that temperature's dropping.
But it is inevitable. Of course, the East Preston Eagles from the mountaintop as well.
The Big Eagle football team, his head coach is C.J. Fitchett, assisted by Jack Schaefer and Tom France.
Of course, Valentin's Kingwood Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge helping out with the youngsters.
Well, that's
getting
great.
some vehicles in the parade as well.
Head coach is Debbie Moats, assisted by Ashley Spiker.
And of course, our condolences to the Valentins. Mark Valentin Sr. passed away this past year.
Yes.
We're very sorry to hear that.
The Yellow Jackets.
Tunnelton area, South Preston Yellow Jackets.
And cheerleaders are on the truck stand, marching. First truck is coached by Greg Clark. His assistants are Brandon Sitham, Joe Lewis, and Mike C.S. for Owen Ventura. For their main team is coached by Rodney Chip.
And I guess South Preston has a bake sale coming up tomorrow, so you can help support them by buying some yummies.
Warm and fresh out of the oven would sound
Yes.
really good. I see a band coming up.
We've got the Preston Bulldog cheerleaders here. Let's give a cheer for the Preston Bulldogs. Of course, I can remember when I was in high school, we played all these teams as high school football.
And how did that go?
Quiet, John. Here comes the Robert C. Byrd High School Band out of Clarksburg. The Robert C. Byrd High School Band from Clarksburg. The Marching Eagles.
Dressed in their blue and white. Nice sized band.
National Emblem is the tune they're playing today. Robert C. Byrd High School Marching Eagles. There's the Ruby Reed Mobile Library. They travel around Preston County and provide appropriate age-appropriate reading material to all pre-K classrooms. Ruby Reed houses over 1,000 books. It's free and open to adults, teens, and youngsters.
Thank you, Robert C. Byrd. We now have the Ruby Reed Mobile Library. This mobile library travels throughout the county, providing opportunities for people to have access to books. They're now going to all three kindergarten classrooms.
And we just saw going through the Fall Fest Teen Queen.
Open to adults, teens, and young children. They invite all visitors to check out the expanded adult learning initiative.
It was Lexi Morara. And here's the Kingwood Assembly of God Ministry Youth Float. Wow, Warriors of Worship Youth Ministry is what that was. Little Miss Valley District. Kayla Sisler's Little Miss Valley District.
Michaela Richards. She's the Relay for Life Supreme Queen. Just passed.
Mountain State Forest Festival, of course, coming up next week in Elkins. They send their people up here, we send our people down there.
Let's hope they ordered better weather.
Yes. Playland Grow Daycare. '70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival School Community Day Parade will continue in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Stuff's not cut. It's
School Community Day Parade, 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. The Tunnelton seniors we just saw go through.
home of the gold. Bring home the gold.
Here comes the Kingwood Lions Club. The Lions Club is popular with their spaghetti dinners they hold for fundraisers. They'll be having a Big Bucks Bingo in November, so we've got that to look forward to. Liberty High School out of Clarksburg, another Clarksburg band. And of course, Liberty High School playing a patriotic tune.
And look at their uniforms. Red, white, and blue. Very flashy.
They look good coming around that corner. I'll tell you, that's something that I remember marching in a band is fearing the corners.
Trying to keep those lines straight.
Wedgwood Family Practice, Psychiatry Associates Incorporated, comprehensive health care provider for the Morgantown and surrounding areas. Riding on the float today, Brian Dixon, Olivia Mitchell, Christopher Brown, Austin Brown, Allison Brown, Thomas Gatewood, Garrett Gatewood, Sarah Gatewood, Erica Schrader, Andrew Schrader, and driving the truck, Mr. Carl Schrader. It's Wedgwood Family Practice Psychiatric Associates. Young doctors to be, maybe. Here's the Margaret Bell Miller Middle School out of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. They've been coming to the Buckwheat Festival as long as I can remember. And I don't think that's Margaret Bell Miller.
There we've got some folks braving the chilly temperatures, but at least the rain has stopped.
Don't jinx us, John. God Bless America. Margaret Bell Miller Middle School Band.
That's a big band.
Yes, it is. Comes Miss Valley District Sarah Savage. She's the daughter of Mark and Tammy Savage. She's 13 years old. She's from Kingwood. She attends Central Preston Middle School.
Comes the Clay Patel High School Band. Pride of Blacksville.
This is actually a combined band. They're combined middle school and high school. A little intrigue. James Bond. And the youngsters do get a kick out of the parades here. Parents have them bundled up this year. Preston Cares recycling team through there.
Marlington Middle School marching band.
And I'll tell you, they come a ways from
yes,
Marlington.
They do.
It's probably a 3.5 hour trip for them up Route 219. I know that because where I go camping, I drive through Marlington. Marlington Middle School, home of the Copperheads. County Fair, Little Miss and Little Mister.
Pocahontas County High School, the pride of Pocahontas.
They travel a ways as well.
The Garrett County Agriculture Fair.
Both of these, the Marlinton Middle School Band, the Pocahontas County High School Band, coming from the beautiful Greenbrier Valley of West Virginia. You think they'll get a snow day? I hear Steve Blake in the van saying they're getting a snow day tomorrow. Let's see if Pocahontas County will play for us. Come on, sound off. Blow that whistle, drum majorette.
You know, with these chilly temperatures, it's a good thing they keep moving and they're active.
Yes, it is. The only problem with those big, heavy wool uniforms, when they get done, they take those jackets off and the steam just rolls off of these young bodies. School Community Day Parade for the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. It's been a chilly one, but fortunately the rain has held off. And I saw a glimpse of the pride of Preston. There they are, coming down the street. You know what that means. The parade is just about over.
And what a great ending.
Now we get the Preston High cheerleaders. And they're all bundled up. And then there are the poor twirlers and
I used to be one of those, and it could get very chilly.
the feature twirlers with no sleeves and no legs, no pants. Well, they have legs, but there's Shelley Klein, our parade coordinator. She does such a wonderful job. Shelley's done that for several years now. And of course, at the Buckwheat Festival, the host band always marches last. They bring up the rear of the parade. The pride of Preston, the Knights Marching Band. Don't they look great, Joan?
Oh, I love that sign. That's just...
And there's Debbie Westbrook. Of course, she's the director of the Preston High Marching Band. Deborah Westbrook. Went to Fairmont State College at that time with Debbie and in the music department there. She went on to stay in music. I went on to go into radio.
Music in a different way.
Yes. They do look sharp in their silver and black. And Joan, you did a wonderful job for the first time you've covered a parade.
First time announcing or helping. Well, thank you, Dave. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us here. The School Community Day Parade, 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. The bad news is, tomorrow for Farmers Day, it's supposed to be worse.
It's a long John day.
Yes. And, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors for our parade coverage here, the big help that Preston Memorial gives us each year. And we've got Scott Ford Schaefer GMC that helps us out, Hartley Insurance. And, Terry, you're going to have to help me with this. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for the Farmers Day Parade, the 70th Annual Preston County Buckwheat Festival. For Joan Pitzer, I'm Dave Wills, and we'd like to thank you for joining us. Take care. God bless.